Now, live, this is Fox Toledo Breaking News.
Since a little after 11 today, there has been a standoff in West Toledo. We have some new developments for you now.
Yeah, let's go live now to Michelle Zepeda, and we understand there is a news conference that is going on right now.
Now that she is out, what about his family? I know his family they're standing right over there. Will they be allowed in?
Well, I think eventually, once we get everything cleared up, some family members will be let in. Okay.
And you're continuing to let employees come in who are on that list?
Yes. The employees have been going back and forth, changing shifts and whatnot, as with our officers also.
The lady who was working at the time when he came in the building and pointed the gun, what's her emotional state right now? Where is she, and has she been able to offer you any other information?
I haven't been a privy to that, but all the folks that I have seen that are in the room in the Sunset House, they all seem calm, cool, and collected. And please let me go back.
Thank you, Captain. Thanks.
We'll be back. You got to ride tomorrow. I'll do it. Barbara.
We have just gotten an update there on the standoff between Toledo Police and Michael Schwergaz. And he is a 46-year-old man who had a similar run-in with police, a standoff back in March last month, also stemming from an argument with his wife. This time, he allegedly showed up to her workplace and took her hostage.
Yeah, that one was in Springfield Township. This one in West Toledo now. And again, his wife is working at the facility. And we have now an update on her condition. She was barricaded inside there with her husband. Let's go live also out to the scene now with Barrett Andrews. Barrett, do you have any new information on that hostage?
Yeah, Sean, about maybe just a minute or so ago, we saw a SWAT officer run from one of these rear buildings where we were told earlier the hostage situation was going on, and we noticed a woman was with him. Now, the neighbors immediately identified her as Barbara, telling us that they've known this woman for a while, not just living next door to them, but some of the people who live in these apartments back here, these assisted living rooms, recognized her. So now that we have that confirmed, actually, that was Barbara, she was raced to a building that appears to be the command post here on this campus. There's an ambulance on the scene. We saw paramedics with backboard walking in there. We are waiting to see, how long it'll be before she comes out. But she was walking. She looked pretty much all right. I mean, she was able to walk. She was, they were hustling her out of there. We have not seen anything else happen, though, after that. We have not seen anyone else come out of the building, and SWAT officers kind of went back into their corners where they've been disappearing from our view. So we're going to keep an eye on this, but like we said, we just saw them rush Barbara, the suspect's estranged wife, out of here. She is apparently being treated inside a building, and they're going to be transporting her shortly, as far as we know. Of course, if anything else happens, we'll be sure to let you guys know.
Okay, Bear, before I let you go there, you said paramedics with the backboard. You think that might just be precautionary? You didn't see anything visibly that she might be injured?
No, the only thing that caught the neighbors off guard is the fact that her hair is blonde, from what they know, and her hair looked darker here. The only thing they can figure out is maybe that's blood from some sort of injury, but that's just a guess at this point. Like I said, she was up, she was essentially running, jogging to this building, and yeah, paramedics will put a patient on a backboard, just as a precaution for any neck or head injuries. But like I said, she was up, she was running, she was jogging. So at this point, we're just waiting to see, officially what they say her condition is.
Yes, there was concern about her health because reports earlier said that her husband had possibly attacked her with a tire iron. So we'll, of course, bring you updates on her condition once we know more. We're now going to go live to Michelle Zepeda, also out at the scene of this police standoff.
Well, Laura, a representative from the Toledo Police Department just came out and spoke with media, basically said that Michael did let his wife go. Barbara is free now. Not saying exactly what type of a negotiation went on or what the talks were, if there was any type of a plea struck, but she was let go at her own will. Negotiators saw her walking out of the facility. She was wearing a robe at the time. She looked to be a little tired, little disoriented, but other than that, she is fine. She is safe right now. As for Michael, he still is inside, still has his gun, and negotiators are still working with him. No word on how long that is going to take, how long the negotiations are going to continue to go on with him.
Michelle, did police say there was any reason why he let her go now and why he's still staying inside the building?
Well, the representative that came out to speak with the media said that basically he wasn't involved with the negotiations. He only heard portions of the conversation that was going on with Michael back and forth, but he did let her go and she walked out on her own accord.
Is there a sense of relief among the police officers who were working this scene? I mean, at least we know she's going to be okay.
Right. The police officer came out, addressed the media, and wanted to get back in there so he could be part of the negotiations. But right across the street, there are family members of both Michael and Barbara, and they did seem relieved. You could see them crying and hugging each other, and also shaking police officers' hands, thanking them for their work that they did.
So they still believe he is inside there with a weapon. They're not giving you any indication that he maybe sent the weapon out with Barbara or that he's no longer armed?
No, we're being told that he still is armed. He entered the facility just after 11 o'clock this afternoon, pointed a gun at one of the workers' heads because he wanted his wife to be brought out to him. That worker did escape, but he did enter the facility with his wife, and he has had that gun ever since.
Now, she worked there, and at least one employee besides her got away. Does it appear that even though he's inside with a gun, that the rest of the employees and residents of this facility are okay?
We're told that everybody else at the facility is fine. There was actually just a shift change about an hour ago, and those workers were allowed to leave. New workers were allowed to come in. There is a sign-in sheet so they can keep track of everybody inside the facility. But everybody else, all of the workers, all of the patients, and all of the residents are safe at this time.
Okay, thank you for that latest live update. Michelle Zepeda live at a scene which is still very fluid, even though Barbara has been released. That's the good news so far, but we'll keep our crews out there throughout the night. We'll have you updated first at 10 and throughout the evening at foxtoledo.com.
Right now, we'll return you to regular programming.